Hi, this is Lorraine again, and here we go with our third card for our February cards, and this one is a Valentine. Again, it's not entirely a Lorraine original. I may have modified it a little bit. This was my inspiration from Stampin' Connection, and it's different hearts and more pink and pink ribbon. Mine is going with reds. Okay. Anyway, you're going to need Whisper White for your card, and cut again 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Scored, and the scored is the left side of your card. Look at the card again. Okay. We're going to need a black background, which is cut 5.25 by 4 inches. It gives you an 1/8 inch border all the way around, but you don't attach that to your front yet. Okay. Then we have, as a hostess gift, a wonderful pad of DSP that you can get if you have a workshop, and it has wonderful colors of DSP in here. Those are beautiful. Okay, so we're going to use the section that has the Melon Mambo, and there's lots of wonderful patterns you can pick from this section. On the example card, I chose a stripe, which is this one, but for this video I'm picking this pattern. Okay, but any of those will look lovely with this background, for a background for this card. So I've cut it down now to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So it's now a step down of another 1/8 of an inch from the black background. Okay. Alright, but again, we're not ready to attach that to the front of our card, but we can go ahead and attach that to the black piece, to the DSP piece. So this Harlequin pattern is another option you could have had. Okay. Oh, I was going to also show you that even on DSP we sometimes get those little edges, and this is one of our sanding blocks. You come in pairs to get those little nubs off that sometimes appear. And remember, again, you can also heal with the oils in your fingers. Okay, alright, so let me go ahead and attach this, centering it to our black background. Okay, alright. Now we're going to use the Big Shot to create this oval. I'm not going to bring the Big Shot out and try to fit it under this camera and all of that. The die that's used to cut that oval is this one. I don't know if you can see the pattern. This is the framed scallop oval. Okay, and that cuts a lovely scallop frame, and then the center of that frame makes our oval. Okay. Alrighty, so you have your oval, and it's going to fit lovely in the middle of our card. Okay. Alright, but we're going to stamp it with a silhouette image from this set, which is called Easter Blossoms. Okay, and we're going to pick this little girl and with her little basket, but we're going to cover up the eggs with a heart, and so it's going to become a Valentine basket. Okay, and you'll mount that on your acrylic block, and you use basic black classic ink to stamp the little girl. You have to look at your stamp frequently to make sure you have a glossiness all the way around. If you have any dry spots, keep pressing till you get it nice and glossy all around. About your stamp pads, but mine sometimes have irregularities that I've held them sideways or something, and so the ink's not evenly pressed around. Okay, alright. So now with the ease of our acrylic block, we can find the center here, and actually we want her a little bit high of center, and stamp her down. Okay, give her a nice press, and then we're going to lift straight up, holding down the oval. Okay, if your image is a little bit clouded, that's quite alright. This one is a little bit, and either you can flip it and stamp again, or go with the artistry of the painter image. Okay, alright, so we have our little girl, and then the next thing you're going to cut on your, and you could go ahead and attach that with snail. Next thing we're going to do is use this die, and it's associated with Christmas, but it has wonderful great words on it, so they go with lots of times of the year. Okay, and this one is called, it's a decorative strip, and it's called Join in the Cheer, and it has cheer and love and joy, and it's hard to read backwards. You know that? Peace. Okay, alright. But we're going to focus on the love, since it's Valentine's. And you just need a piece of our new shimmer designer paper that is completely covered with glitter on a backing, and run it through with that and the love. Make sure you put it face down because it's a reverse image, mirror image, and then you're going to punch out the image from the, you have to wrangle it a little bit to get it to let go because of all the little curly cues. I just love this paper, it's so sparkly. Okay, getting this to come out, persuading it along. Okay, this is probably the hardest part of the whole card. It's just getting this to break loose from the die cutting and these spirals. Okay, I think we've just about got it. Okay, that's the computer making a noise. I mean, somebody's on Facebook or something exciting. Okay, alright. Look at that funny little bit that came out of there. Wouldn't that make a wild little edge on something? Use your imagination. It's such fun paper, you hate to throw any of it away. Okay, let me get that loop out of the word. Okay, so now we've got the word love, but it doesn't quite look right because we've still got some tails from its links to the other words, so we'll just snip that out so we get a nice L. So we have love, and then we don't need this ampersand either, so let me take that ampersand off of there. So now you just have the word love. That's a lovely ampersand, don't you think? And you'd probably find some way to use that. Alright, and then this little oval, that's kind of cute too. You might find a use for that. Alright, then from the scraps, you'll use our Heart of Heart punch to punch out one of these little hearts, and then the elongated heart in the scrap. Remember the scrap? So you need a heart and a little heart. Okay. And you're going to use any kind of glue you want, really, but this is Tombow multi-purpose glue. It has a nice fine point for applying glue, and you can put a little bit here on the heart, and then put it right on her basket, covering up the eggs. Move this over so you can see. Cover up the eggs in her basket. Glue lets you move it around a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to put the word love on there. Let me go ahead and nail this down. I didn't do that. going to be a little difficult if I don't. Alright, there we go. Alright. And we're going to put the glue on our love. Have your glue fine line all the way around. The two-way glue is another good one for this. And the two-way glue has a nice option because you can let it dry and then it becomes repositional. Kind of fun stuff. Okay, alright. So we're going to add the love here. I had a little bit of a smudge there, so I'm going to put my word over a little bit more. Okay, and then you're going to put your elongated heart at the end of the E where the ampersand used to be. Okay, I can hang over a little bit. Alright. And that was the glue falling to the floor. Alright. So, but you might want to dry fit that and make sure your heart stays close enough. Like I said, this glue lets you move it around a little bit. But it's not going to hang off the edge of the card, so it fits in your envelope nicely. But you want to keep the continuity of the E shape. Okay. Alright, then the last thing before you actually glue it to the front of your card is to complete the ribbon. Somebody else got on Facebook. Did you hear the ding? Okay, alright. So you're going to put snail on the back of the shortest piece of ribbon. This is actually seam binding in Ridinghood Red. And we'll put that over here and wrap it around. This piece is 8 inches long. Okay, and then you'll need another piece that's about 14 inches long to tie a bow, and I like to do the kind of the 2-loop bow. Whatever style you like to do is fine. Okay. And then, so you have your bow, and then you can trim your ends however you like them trimmed. Okay. We can wait to put that on the front of the card. Go ahead and snail. If you want to put a little extra snail when you have the back of a ribbon like this, you always want to add a little extra snail right over that, because that's going to be the only point of tension on the card, is where that ribbon folds around. And a little extra snail on there will help that adhere better, okay, and not pull apart on you. Okay, or whoever's getting your card, they wouldn't want that to happen. Okay. And then finally, we're going to use a mini glue dot to attach our bow. You probably can't see the mini glue dot, but little tiny dots of glue that you don't have to wait for drying. And just add that to your card, wherever you would like the bow to go. It can go anywhere along that side. Put mine kind of towards the top. Okay, so there's my finished card. I think that was fun and pretty simple too. Okay, that concludes the 3 cards if you're in Card Club. Those that are going to my demonstrator meeting, we have one more project that we'll be doing, and that'll be in the next video.